And we're recording. Holy shit. so, so not too long ago, right? I was kind of like looking at some stuff, and then something popped up, and there's a character. It's a lady, right? And her name was Ash Trevino, and I didn't know much about her. Actually, when it popped up, I didn't know anything about her. I just know that people were like talking so much shit and casting someone like, who the fuck is this person?
I'd be like, look at
And
this gross lady, and I'd send you.
so so yeah, it's just it's bizarre. So I was like, well, this person can't be that bad. And then when you like look into it, I'm like, this is pretty bad. So it's a clear example of somebody that's has developed infamy on the internet due to their actions, and you realize that this individual is another example. Because when we've been doing things like predators, you think just men, right? But this is a clear example of the other way around. It's
Yep.
the woman, a female predator.
Because
And
usually I think that people don't really think about it as much, but it's just as bad. Like they always do the whole like if the roles were reversed, like they'd be in jail. Like yeah, but it shouldn't be that way. Like it should just be she should be put away because she's disgusting.
yeah, so when did you first learn about this person?
Oh God. Um, it's been a little while. She pops up on TikTok a lot. Um, there's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like there's a lot of just like dumb stuff. Like she's a bad mother and she's just like a garbage human. She's a racist. She just
A
she hangs
racist?
out. Yeah, hangs out with a bunch of teenagers. Like seen the movie Ma?
Yeah. No, I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they compare her to that lady.
There's yeah, there was a documentary about this. I'm not too loud, am I?
No, I feel like you're kind of low. I could
Really?
make you like deaf or something.
I can just turn this up just a little bit.
Oh
Um
yeah, that's better.
so there was a documentary about this woman that they called mom or mama, and she basically took in these she ran like an after school program for troubled teens, and she started to supply them with alcohol, started to supply them with drugs, and then it turns out that she was like the neighborhood like drug dealer, and she utilized the teens that were in the house partying as kind of like her enforcers. So there was a couple schools nearby, and she would have them sell them drugs. And when the students wouldn't pay up, she couldn't put a hand on them because she was an adult. But luckily, she was surrounded by a bunch of teen boys and girls that would get the job done. And she would put hits on other kids. Yeah, somebody ended up dying because he owed her money. She wouldn't pay up, so she sent one of the students to go to the kids to go and stab this kid, and they did. They stabbed him to death. So then it all came back, and people were asking questions about the famous drug dealer around town. And like, we just know her as Mama, you know, or
Ew.
Mom. And then it all just went back to her. She was, and it was just so gross because you do see like pictures of like all these Hispanic and black kids and they're partying, and you just see like one woman like in her 60s, white, chubby, in the background, just like sitting there. Who the hell's that person? Like, that's the person that's throwing the party.
Ugh. Yeah,
So,
that's gross.
but it hasn't, I don't think it's this bad yet,
This is bad.
but it's still,
Um, it's gross. So this lady started on TikTok in 2019, and I think she started out kind of just like talking about her and her fiance, which he was in prison. Um, that's one of her things is she likes to date men that are in prison.
jeez.
Yeah, she said that she had dated like over 30 inmates. Um, I guess like in a couple years or whatever. There, she had phone calls. She would go on live on TikTok and share the phone calls with them.
Yeah. Which have you?
Cat, yeah, can't be doing that. She got in trouble. I think even like some of the inmates got in trouble for it. She would like allow them to ask questions to her prisoner boyfriends, and it's insane. Like she did so much, and like they would break up on live, get back together on live. She would start talking to somebody else on live. Like her whole life was live, just broadcasted for everybody.
You know what's crazy is there's inmates that make that into a business. There's inmates out there that, they make it into a business, taking an individual with low self-esteem, and they just like kind of they become like their bread and butter.
Mhm.
It's like, and then it's bizarre because um there's inmates that have a couple of girls around, right? And it's like these are my they fill up my commissary, do all these things, and then they pass the information to other inmates. Almost even as a position, there was an inmate in Tennessee, I believe, who was a person that was a businessman, and he had the number of all these like lonely overweight women, and of all these lonely overweight women, and he would trade things in prison, and he had power. If you wanted information on these people, like you had to go and like give them cigarettes, like give them, whatever the hell it was. It was a business.
Mhm.
And he made a killing. Like and that's what he did. He had information. And then they would contact these women. And some of these women were not aware. They were just super lonely. And it was someone nice to talk to. But then there was women that they knew what they were doing. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
hey, I'm lonely. I have a convict, that's on the other line. And yeah, it's just so bizarre, you know.
Yeah, this one would go on live and she would put money in their, she'd fill up their
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 book,
books with
their
money
books.
from the gifts that she would get on TikTok. So like she'd take that money and like give it to whoever it was.
The
The
inmates. Oh, they're probably so excited.
This is the lady, by the way. Except she looks more like this
Oh, jeez.
without the filters and you know. Oh boy.
It's
So,
Geez, she looks like it. You ever seen what the hell is that movie where the monsters scare the kids and then they get the energy from scaring kids?
oh, Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, no, she looks like the old lady that's like,
Mhm.
hello.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's
Ah,
I don't
ah,
remember her name, but
ah.
I know who you're talking. Yeah, the
Um,
receptionist or whatever.
yeah, that's exactly what she looks like. It's crazy. It's just I look at that and it's so I was doing a little bit of research. Like, all right, I didn't get very far because it's super infuriating. So I was
Yeah.
just like listening and I'm like, damn, like what would and I just put myself in a shoe, like what would a certain inmate, if they were to see all this information, what would they think? And it would probably be something like mother, she makes me angry, she ugly and old. I want to hurt and get off my sapples from horn dog grandmother, and so like that. It's just like it's infuriating. Yeah, by
Uh-huh.
the way, that's my Ed Kemper. He doesn't really
Yeah, yeah,
sound like
yeah.
that, but that's what he looks like. He
Well,
sounds like.
I thought he was there again, but
No, no,
I
no, he's not here. He doesn't hang out
oh,
here.
it's
He's
crazy.
over.
Every time you do it, I'm like, why is he not on camera?
Yeah, well, he's in the back. What are you doing there, Kemper? Don't hit your head on the doorway. Ah, he hit his head on the doorway.
What an idiot.
He's also gonna beat me at chess.
um, so this lady, she's oh god, she has been through a lot. One of the first, I guess, like things when she went onto TikTok, she's talking about her fiance and how she met him when they were, kids. They were family friends, blah blah blah. And when she finished telling the story, and like time went on, and she would talk about him, they got a divorce and all this stuff. People were trying to put the timeline together, being like, you were a lot older than him, uh, and I'm pretty sure he was a minor. And she's like, "What? No, I met him when he was 9, and she's 6 years older than him."
Okay, see, that's sick.
Yeah.
A 9-year-old.
So she met him when he was 9. She said we didn't talk like that at all
Well, no, he's a kid.
until he was 24. But it's a little weird. So I have a video of kind of her explaining like the timeline, sort of. It might have like some other like little things sprinkled in. You want me to play that?
Hold on, let me get it. Play the clip.
Isaiah, he was a family friend. His family always has been friends, okay? They literally, I met him when he was 9. Yes, I met him when he was 9. Mind you, I'm 6 years older than him. I was with my kid's dad already. I've been with my kid's dad since the age of 13 till I was 26, okay? I did not have nothing to do with Isaiah until he was 24. Me and him never talked that way or anything. I married him in the prison. I was 30 because they came to our church when he was 9, okay? I was 15. We didn't do nothing. We had no kind of communication like that or nothing. When he got locked up, I cried because he was only 15.
You're not going to cry for somebody that you don't talk
to. Yeah, it's crazy. But I'm pretty sure that this individual, I'm pretty sure that when he got locked up, he probably got locked up for like a minor offense, you know, because
yeah, super minor. Let me play the rest of this real quick because her timeline is great. Just.
And he put me on his, or in county, you don't have to be on the visitation list. Well, me and one of his friends, with his mom's permission, went to go visit him. And I left the kids with my parents. I want to write you. I said, okay, well, here's my parents' address.
Her teeth look like, you ever seen those fences at the beach, like after a hurricane hits them? That's like what her teeth look like, her bottom teeth. They look like those fences. They've been like knocked over. There's sand. Yeah, there's sand on them. There's a hobo like resting against one.
Probably. She'd let him. So
an inmate.
So her timeline's a little weird. She's like, we didn't talk or anything until he was 24. Okay. But she says in 2010, that's when he went to jail. He was 15. She went to go visit him with one of his friends, which when he's 15, she's already 21. And she has her children, both of them. She said, I left the kids at home to go visit this 15-year-old, right, in jail. And he says, I want to write you. And she's like, okay, write me in my parents' house. And he does. So she's exchanging letters with a 15-year-old while she's 21 with 2 children and married.
You know, so he was in prison, right? At the age of 15. If you have somebody that's writing you letters, somebody that she probably put money on his books as a 15-year-old, that's almost a move that you play when you need protection. Like, look, I have somebody that can get me, fill up my books. I can go to the commissary and get all kinds of shit. Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, power move. Plus, he probably went to prison for a ticket, right?
Yeah. So he got 45 years when he was 15 because him and some friends decided to gang up on this convenience store worker that was taking money to, I guess, like to drop off or whatever at night. They ambushed him, used a firearm on him, and then set his car on fire.
They set his car on fire?
Yeah, with him in it.
With him in it?
Yeah. For $200.
For $200. A man's life. How many kids did he have?
7.
7 kids and a wife.
And a wife.
So your life was worth $200. You know what's crazy? But I'm pretty sure that as soon as she found out the heinous crime, she was probably like, what have I done? I never want to talk to this monster. You know?
Yeah, except she knew what he did, and then she went to go visit him in jail when he was 15 and she was 21, and then he was like, I want to write you. And she was like, okay.
So, that's so gross.
Yeah.
You know? And
she even says, I don't know if I got to that part in the video, but she says, like, he put me on his visitation list, and then she's like, oh, actually, you don't need a visitation list, because I guess he was in county or something like that. And she says, with his mom's permission, we went to go visit him. Like, it makes it any better that a 21-year-old is asking permission to go visit someone's 15-year-old son.
Jeez, it's fucking that's fucking gross.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, and it wasn't a say is like it's so hard because because she gets a lot of hate online, a lot of heat, a lot of hate, and then I'm like, fuck, there's gotta be
Honestly,
some.
it's deserved. It is.
Yeah. So when you start looking into it, you're like, this is a horrible person. Like,
And I would never say that because, like it's mean to like but there are just some people that like, they're not going to fix themselves. They're never going to
yeah,
change.
because
And
they don't think it's wrong.
no, she's one of those.
And it's one of those things where, there's nothing wrong with her. It's something wrong with all of you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So and that's the type of mentality. Do you have that clip?
Which one?
The one where she's talking to the victim of
yeah. So it was an 11-minute video. I was able to cut it down to like 2.5 minutes. So if you want me to play that right now, I can.
Well, I just want people to like understand like the kind of person that this is. So roll the clip.
Okay, so here she's speaking to obviously not the victim because she's speaking to the victim's daughter.
Yeah.
Yep. And I cut out her name just in case. Let me make sure the same thing doesn't happen again. There you go.
You can't force me to call your dad by his name. I don't know who he was. And I'm not showing your dad respect. I didn't do nothing to your dad. My ex-husband did that. Not me. Don't come at me when it comes to Isaiah. I will go full throttle with that. Isaiah was my first love and will always be my love. Literally, justice for Isaiah. Justice for Isaiah. I'm embarrassing? No, baby, your mom's embarrassing. Your mom's embarrassing the day she came out pregnant with you. She should have aborted you. Her dad deserved it. Well, then your dad deserved everything he got. I have his name tattooed on me for a reason. Okay? I'm not with him no more. But don't play when it comes to Isaiah. I will go full throttle. So your dad deserved it.
Just get off live.
That person that walked in is her 13-year-old daughter that's telling her, hey, get off live because you're saying ridiculous stuff. Right after that, like the live mutes and she's like yelling at her daughter. I cut that part out because it's all muted. But she's like yelling at her daughter, being like, they're talking about me, like whatever. And she tells her to leave, like go to the other room.
She looks like a wet mop.
She is a wet mop.
Wet pack.
That's my ex-husband. I'm not even with him no more. I don't even talk to the man no more. Call his prison. You got a problem with him? Call his prison. Don't call me. Because I'm on TikTok and you know my name is known for. You're a pendeja. A pendeja.
Oh, whoa.
That's not even how
you
get sober. Why would I get sober? Because these people are picking on me? Hell no.
How about you get sober because you have your children in your house?
Yeah. That's gross. I mean, a couple things are gross. Number one is the fact that she's, telling somebody who's, defending a person that murdered your father and put them through hard times because and then you're saying that he deserved to be killed. The guy was set on fire.
She said it to her. They went on like a live with like 3 of them, and the girl was like, why don't you say his name, like respect him or whatever. She got mad and started saying like he deserved it, blah blah blah.
And then Isaiah, the guy that she's like, I have his name tattooed, but he's not with me anymore. It's like and I don't even talk to him anymore. Like, well, what happened? Like, well, he was using you, and you're an idiot. And the fact that she was like, that's my first love, blah blah blah. Like, you met him when he was 9.
You met him when he was 9.
That's so gross.
You met him when he was 9, and you were married, and with somebody else, and had children.
What's gross is the fact that her kids walk into the room and they're kind of like, get off live. You know what? Number one, probably because I gotta stop numbering what I'm saying. She's like, get off live because her friends are probably watching, people in her school are watching, and it's like they might beat my ass over what you're saying.
Yep.
And then she's being ridiculous. She's saying heinous shit. She's probably intoxicated.
She is. She was always intoxicated when she was on live.
And like, you're an adult. I don't know how old she is. She looks like she's 500, but it's just one of those things where, you see this person fighting with the internet as an adult with children,
I
and
think
your
she's
kids
36 now. 36, 37.
and her kids have to walk in and be like, all right, that's enough. Like the kid has to be the adult. Like, all right.
It's a little bit more crazy.
I know who Isaiah was, not Mohammed. How do you know that he wasn't the one behind the Twin Towers? He tried to do the Twin Towers, bro. There was a lot of Mohammeds that were in the Twin Towers. You're up in that, huh, bro? Oh, you don't know what that is. You don't speak Spanish. Translate it in your language. Because Mohammed isn't Spanish or English, so yeah. Translate it. I'll go hard for Isaiah because Isaiah's innocent. He didn't do nothing. He's innocent in my books. I have his name tattooed right here for a reason. He's so innocent. Isaiah's just an innocent little angel. Can't wait until he comes home.
What's gross is the fact that she's calling this girl's father who's dead Mohammed, and then saying that he did nothing wrong and that he probably did 9/11. Like, and then the most offensive part is that she can't say the word pendeja.
No, she doesn't know how to speak Spanish.
It's like, you're a pendeja. Like, what's that? Like, I don't know what that is.
The only words she knows how to say, I should have gotten a clip of that, but the only words she knows how to say is vale más que te pasives. That's it. And it's not even how you say it. But that's the only thing she knows how to say.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So she's saying all these things, and then she's like kissing him. When he comes home, it's like, you don't talk to him anymore. Like, he doesn't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
And
rage baiting, stupid.
Yeah, and it's just so. I mean, this is a person, obviously, that I almost would say that has lived a life without consequence, but it's not that. It's just a person that doesn't learn, from consequences. They're like, it's like those. Remember those things that kids used to play with, that they have like the little knobs and the little lines that are magnets, and they're like etch a sketch.
Yeah.
Like with her, it's like whenever she did something stupid and something bad happened to her, she was like etch a sketch. And then she would forget and then move on to the next thing.
Yeah. That's what she does now. It's like, I think currently, I don't know if she's on TikTok still. She got banned a bunch of times. But from the most recent thing that I've heard, she still doesn't have her kids with her. It's been months. And she's just been kind of like floating around from friend's house to friend's house, from couch to couch, because she lost the house that she bought. She hadn't even moved in. She lost it. She was like living in her car at some point. She was evicted from her apartment because there was just too much like going on. She made a lot of money on TikTok, and she did not do anything with it besides.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like, people like this, you think that they would just like show up on the internet and then people would laugh at them, and then they would just fade away and blah blah blah. But no, she stayed for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons was the fact that she was making a lot of money.
A lot.
A lot of money, and it's ridiculous. And it's like, I couldn't even go on to like talk shit because I had to pay. And there's like, there's like over 100 people that are just talking shit, calling her names, and you're like, oh, these people paid to be here.
She mentions that too. Like, she's like, oh, you guys are talking about me, but like, you paid to say this stuff to me.
And she looks at it not like you're paying to insult me, but it's like you're paying to talk to me, because she believes she's a celebrity.
Yeah. She made the comparison that she was at a casino. She was at a casino, and that she was like walking, and she said, in the movie Selena, when they see her at the mall and like everybody runs after her, she's like, that's what it looked like. But then there's like videos and pictures of her at the casino, and it's not like that at all.
Yeah. Somebody punched her in the face.
They did punch her in the face. So many people were so happy about that. A bunch. She tells everybody like pull up. Like, she's always telling people to come and like fight her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, can you define the word pull up?
Yeah, I don't use that. She would always tell people to come and like fight her, like, meet me here, I'm gonna be at this place, and like people would go, and she would kind of just stay like sitting there. She didn't want to do anything. She would have people like stand in front of her to like hide her or whatever. And finally, somebody punched her in the face.
Yeah, and it's gross. I mean, and this is a person that's, you know, as ridiculous as it looks, you know, a lot of people saw her like a, well, they still see her now as a source of popularity. So I'm like, if I could only, you know, be in, no matter how because a lot of it is also like, I'm not hanging out with this person because she's cool. It's like I'm hanging out with this person because she's stupid, and people, it's gonna get people's attention if I'm standing there. People are like, oh look, he's posing with her, she's an idiot, you know, and a lot, and it seemed like that's the situation.
That's what this guy did.
And
He,
look how happy she looks.
yeah, he is actually 19. He lied, first of all, about his age. He was lying. He had like a food truck or something, and one day they were drinking at her house. He wasn't drinking, I don't think, but they were drinking, and somebody called the cops. And they ended up going. They asked for his ID, and they were like, "Yeah, like he's not even 21." And everybody on live was like, "Excuse me," because like he had been saying this whole time that he was like 24 or something like that. And he's actually 19.
He looks like he's 6 months old.
Yeah, and she claims that she slept with him multiple times.
And what's insane is the fact that that's what it seems like whenever there's okay, so she looks like the kind of person that her preference is, you know, minors. Like if you look super young, that's her preference. But again, she's a vulture where she'll take whatever can come, you know. So like
Yep.
you see like a wide variety of different people. She was with a guy they called Uncle Fester, you
Yeah,
know, and she was like showing,
that was the most recent one.
yeah, she was like showing him off, and the fact that it's creepy. Do you have the clip where he threw her out of the house?
No,
So
no. She shows like the bruises on her arms and stuff, and like she was probably okay. So the thing was, I think that he was gonna go out of town, and he told her like you have to leave, and she refused. So they kind of just like get out of my house while they were recording. Um, After she like got pushed out of the house or whatever, she started recording. Called the cops. The cops came and saw the footage that they recorded of them removing her from the house, and they were like, "Yeah, you're fine. Like we didn't do anything."
And there's this really weird so she's with this guy, and this was, even though this was his nickname, the fact that she was crying on camera and she was like, I just got threw out of the house by Uncle Fester, and it's like, oh,
Yeah,
it's like, what, like, why do you call him that? Like
yeah,
at
it's
least
totally
at least
bullshit.
at least call him just Fester. You
Just
know?
yeah, like Uncle Fester. I don't even know where that came from, honestly. I think maybe somebody said it like on chat or something, and they just like never
Hey,
saw
look
it.
at look at
But
Uncle Fester. He got a tan.
that has been from the time that I found out about her. That has been probably like the 8th or 9th guy that she's been like, it's my boyfriend.
And
Like
she's like,
it's so many, so fast.
the love of my life. And what's crazy is the fact that, you know, there's videos of her like hanging out with teenagers, partying with teenagers,
Hmm.
trying to like rub up against teenagers, you know, and it's like,
Yeah,
ooh,
I
like,
have I have one. Let me see if I have it on here. I have one where she is with a group of guys, and she gets really excited when she's around guys, specifically teenagers. She loves it. It's very, very weird. Where the heck is it?
she looks like your crazy Thea that's an alcoholic, and then you're like, oh man, my aunt's here. Well,
She
just
yeah,
stay close to me, guys. Like, don't talk
she
to her.
she is one of those. So she did this thing. She took her daughters to a stranger's house for like Thanksgiving, and yeah, and they were like fighting or something. Like she had invited somebody, like, oh, you're not gonna fight me, blah blah blah. She's like talking about doing things with like guys, and like, I bet I do this better than you, and blah blah blah. And her daughters are in the house this whole time that she's
Whoa.
saying this on live. She's a super bad mom. Like it's really bad. There's a clip of her saying that she used to pull her daughter's hair when she was young. There's clips of like her daughter's like sick and she's just like dancing around and like
Do you
she's
have
like
that clip?
using it. Yes, let me find it. There's one also with like she's I guess like putting her daughters down like the whole time. Like it's I don't even know. She's insane. So let me do the hair one first.
Has been through like the bottom of her life. Like whenever we lived with her dad, I used to pull her by the hair because I was so mad at her. Like I feel like he loved her more than he loved me, and so like I took my anger out on her.
Ooh.
Yeah. So there's that one. And then this is the unfit mother kind of thing.
Cannot prove that I'm an unfit mother. You want to know how it smells? Ask Santos. He know it smell well.
No, I just threw up.
You just threw up? Why?
I just threw up.
You're lying.
Let me throw.
It smell like or what? I'm just kidding.
Mom, I threw up. Why are you dancing? Mom, I threw up. Why are you dancing? She's dancing? Yes. Alexa, stop.
Bro, I was jamming to Nunu. What? What?
Jeez, I mean, fuck.
Yep.
It's damn. And didn't she say like I have all these like, you know, CPS cases against me and all this kind of stuff? And it's like, but that to me is like another clear example of the broken system, because you see all these things online. You see evidence of her taking her children to intoxicated people that they don't even know, and then you're intoxicated yourself and unstable home.
She was going to be on a podcast, and she took them to this. It's called the Bop House, and it's basically a house full of adult content creators. For like, you know, that site.
Bop House.
Yeah. She took them there, and the daughters made like TikToks with these girls. You know.
Anyway, yeah. No, the fact it was so bizarre when she's like, "Why are you throwing up? Does it smell like Nunu?" And
so stupid.
What is the what? What is the? And I'm gonna see. Hold on. Let me see if I got this correctly here. What is the Nunu?
What does it sound like to you?
It's obviously a verb. I'm kidding. I don't know. That's it. I don't even know what to call it. To me, it sounds like maybe like what a kid would say if he you know, soils his pants. Like I did a Nunu, you know.
Nope.
Or you know, like in some places like Uganda, it could be like the name of an evil spirit that goes and like makes you soil yourself, you know, by possessing you and then making you, and it's like, oh no.
No. So her whole sentence is, so the whole thing that people ask her is
no.
You know, does it smell?
Yeah.
Because
does what smell?
No. It's so stupid. She's talking about her reproductive organs.
No, wait a minute. Are you saying that she's talking about her vaginal canal?
Yeah, her Virginia.
Her Virginia?
Virginia?
Virginia vagina?
Yep. That one.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's a new.
It's a new. That
It's
is not new.
disgusting. I hate
That new. That's more like old.
it.
That joke didn't land, producer. Can you like edit that out, please? No, oh, you
Who
can't.
didn't laugh?
You're,
I
you're
laughed.
you're gonna leave that. You're gonna leave that in. But it makes me look like an idiot. Okay, all right, whatever, man.
It's she's just weird with minors, whether they're like her kids or there's somebody else's kids. She's very very weird. Here's the one with the kid that I blurred out. He supposedly is 16. Some people say he's not. A lot of people say he is, but
Who got his cat? Chad,
Why am I with all these guys right now, though, bro? Like, legit.
I'm in a relationship with bitch.
see what she did?
Yeah, I saw what she did. That dude ran for the hills. He acted like somebody
He
held up like a
ripped off.
dog turd up to him. Like, hey, I'm gonna get this dog turd on your jeans. He's like,
I mean,
oh.
they did. He took off quick, and like everybody made fun of her. And then there's another clip which I don't have because it shows his face too much. There's another clip that she's like trying to kiss him on the cheek, and this girl's like, "No, don't do that." And she's like laughing, and she's like, "He's gonna sleep in my bed tonight." Like, what is wrong with you? Like, that's a kid.
Yeah, these are kids. And that's what man, and that's what's sick is the fact that these people, like I said, open CPS cases, evidence of somebody that's intoxicated, somebody that's an unfit parent, home instability. I mean, she's bouncing around from house to house.
Mm-hmm.
There was even a time when she was talking about how their kids don't have beds,
Yeah.
and she was spending thousands of dollars on stupid shit like purses and lip fillers and all kinds of also she was like throw parties for like teenagers, like fill it up with alcohol and all kinds of shit, and her kids didn't have beds to sleep on.
No. Yeah,
And
she went on a podcast, and you see, like, people found out because she would take the camera everywhere, like in her house, and even show her kids' bedrooms, which, like, if you have kids, you don't talk about it online,
Yeah.
but like she just didn't care. And so she would show the kids' bedrooms, and they were like, why do they have like air mattresses? Like, they don't have beds. And she's like, oh, they don't stay here. Like, they don't stay here a lot of the time. Like, they're always with my parents, or like blah blah blah.
So they can't get
And
beds.
yeah, so no beds for them. And like she's just gross.
It's disgusting. But I mean, it's a really good example of just a garbage human,
Mhm.
without like any real redeeming qualities, like again, like if you try to look like, well, maybe because those people are around where it's like, damn, like this person has a drinking problem, but at least they're good to their kids. She's not,
No.
like at least she tries to roll in, man. What's wrong? Sorry guys, this is my
I have a video.
You don't have a dog bed either.
I have a video of her being hateful towards her daughters. It has like a couple clips in there. So the new there was a okay, let me play her hating her daughters, and then
No.
we'll get back to her gross new. Okay.
I don't want to go there. That place is scary. And I heard it stinks.
Yeah, that's Santos. All right. Here we go.
Trevino showing hate towards her daughters.
Look at
Why
her
do y'all always
face.
gotta talk about my daughters, bro? Like, is this their page or is it my page? Like, if I want to talk about them, I'll talk about them. If I don't, I don't, okay? Just leave it alone. Like, bro, what the hell? They didn't come in the world with me. Tomorrow, therefore, there is no classes and will be canceled tomorrow. Oh my God. They can come back anytime they want. I just choose not to have them right now. Do you want lip filler?
No, my lips are actually big.
They're not that big, baby.
Okay, but they're big enough for me.
They're not that big.
Yes, they are.
You love me.
I'm on live.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to cook?
Mm-hmm. You want Ash Trevino?
Oh yeah, my nose is so perfect.
No, your nose is not perfect.
Your nose ain't either.
Bye.
Yeah, that's also kind of sick. Those are the kind of people that And I don't know if this has happened, but there's a lot of cases out there where the mother is very insecure of the daughter. So there's been cases where they mentally beat down their children to keep their self-esteem low because they're afraid that and it's not damn, it's kind of okay. So there was a case where this lady, I'm not going to call her a lady, this woman, she had a daughter, and a guy complimented that she was interested in. A guy complimented her daughter, and her response to that was to set her daughter on fire. You know, and it was because she was afraid that this man might have been interested in the daughter and not her. There's a lot of abuse cases. Apollo, get out of that, man. Jeez, Louise, get out of here, Nunu. Anyway,
don't you dare!
I didn't mean it. Your lips are perfect. So, but not your nose. So it's just like that whole insecurity that they feel like instead of themselves feeling like, wow, I'm good looking, it's almost like everybody around me, even my own children, have to be like squashed down in order for me to put myself up. It's like it's psycho. It's just so psycho.
So she did something gross like that, having to do with that 19-year-old that she made that Nunu song with. If you heard the Nunu song,
I've never heard it. I've heard such a rumblings on online.
She was dancing to it in that clip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it says.
Do we have the Nunu song?
I would never do that to my computer. So it says in the song, it says you want to know how it smells?
Okay, wait. Okay, go ahead.
You want to know how it smells? ? Ask Santos. He know it smell well.
I'm not writing anything down. This is ridiculous.
Oh, well, thankfully for your pen.
It's a prop, guys.
Oh, yeah, no, it's
not a real pen.
Such a ridiculous song, and
she drugs.
She does this, and she plays the song everywhere. She plays it around her kids, which, like, that's disgusting.
It's a very inappropriate song.
You're talking about your stuff and like how somebody knows how it smells. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
She had an adult toy in her bedroom, and it was, which you're an adult, whatever, but put it away, and she had it out, and her daughter like picked it up, and they were like laughing about it, and like, what do we name it? And like,
how old are they? Do they know what it is?
I'm pretty sure they knew what it was. They're like 15 and 13, I think. But even if they knew what she shouldn't have it out.
Yeah.
Like, she shouldn't have it out, and if she did leave it out accidentally or whatever, like, you take it away and you put it away, and you're like, hey, that's gross. Because, like, that's gross.
Like, yeah, that's Santos.
It's gross of you to like leave it out. Like, it's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah. No, it's just one. It's a lot of those things, and those poor kids, man. They're gonna grow up to have low self-esteem, or they're gonna grow up like resenting, not only like resenting their mothers, but in an environment like this, they end up resenting each other and themselves. Because it's one of those hard things where you understand that your mother or your father, one of your parents, or both of them, they have a mental illness, and it wasn't your fault, but there's a small part of you which makes you like have resentment towards yourself because you're like, damn, I was causing this. Even if it was misplaced, I was the source of their unhappiness. I didn't have a good childhood because of me. I was, and that's a tough place to be, because that's how a lot of these girls end up, shacking up with whoever. They end up on drugs. They end up drinking. Lay down, man. Sorry, guys. I have a 6-month-old puppy here, and
there's a video of this lady like acting weird with her daughter's boyfriend. Her daughter, I think, was like 15, 16-ish, and the boyfriend is 19. And she's like acting weird with him,
How old is the daughter?
like 15 or 16.
And the boyfriend's an adult?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Nope. And she's fine with it because, you know, she would she yeah she likes
Yeah.
the age gaps. I have a picture of her with a bunch of teenagers, proving just how much she likes to be around children.
She looks like that's their mom. Look at all their stupid haircuts, by the way.
They're all editors.
They look like so the next week, maybe next week we'll do the Heaven's Gate cult.
Mhm.
And the main leader, I think it's like Marshall Applewhite was his name. Back in the 70s, he had a stupid bowl cut. And that's what it looks like. Like he went there and it's like, make me look like I'm gonna kill myself in 20 years. And they're like, okay, and they give him the Edgar cut.
You know what's even weirder? So in this picture, the guy in the back with like the Isaac Kroner, like Children of the Corn hat.
Yeah.
Supposedly, this is all alleged. This entire video, allegedly. Supposedly, he was doing also some very weird, like things, including putting things into people's drinks, and then in the morning they would wake up and they would feel a little weird, and he had like posted pictures and videos without them knowing because they were like passed out or like whatever. Apparently he's also a predator. And
Well, he looks like a predator.
She would hang out with him all the time.
Do you think that they're all following her around like a hen with like other chicks because she's buying them shit?
They all have money because they all do like TikTok. She had, I think, more money than the majority of them. They all kind of got attention off of her, which she thinks is like the greatest thing in a way. Like she's always like, "Oh, you got clout off of me," and like blah blah blah. Like that's just you saying that they're using you. Like you're dumb.
Look at was this taken? The person that took a picture, was this like a second story, like from a balcony or something?
Yeah.
So if you look at the guy in white with the glasses and the guy next to him, it looks like they saw the person taking a picture and they turn away because they're embarrassed.
They are. A lot of them are embarrassed. A lot of the boyfriends that she would have or like whatever, they would turn away whenever she'd go live. Like they would leave the room, or she would bring the camera around and like they'd turn because like they're embarrassed to be around her. Like she's just garbage. These two girls also, the two that are in there, they also have kids.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, they're Hispanic. That's what I.
No. Well, one of them is. I think actually one of them is. Yeah, so one of them is Hispanic. The other one is, I don't know. She said she had like family in Hawaii or something, but it's.
Yeah, right. But yeah, what part of Hawaii? Mexicali.
No, she wasn't. Oh. She went to go visit her family. But yeah, this lady likes being around minors, likes being around teenagers, likes all that. She posted this on her Instagram about her then husband going
That's so fucking weird. Holy shit.
Going through my parents' old pics, and look who I found sitting in the front bench at our church. My husband with the hard eyes, taking it way back to 2007 at my senior church party.
That's so gross. That's a little kid.
And then
that is fucked up.
The caption, yeah. She says the same thing. Guess who? My husband on the front bench. Always been a part of my life since he was 12 years old. I might have took that pic of him. Haha. Then she put hashtag 2007, hashtag my husband, hashtag taking it way back, hashtag he's always been handsome. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, that looks like that looks like a legit kid. He looks like he's gonna go home and watch Rocket Power.
He got arrested in 2010 and he was 15. This is 2007.
Yeah, holy shit, that's fucking insane.
12, and she was 18.
And she was married to a grown man because she was an adult.
18. She was with her kid's dad. I think she like even had a kid at this point. Like, it's so gross. It's so gross. Like I don't understand. This is like not even scratching the surface with like everything that she's done.
Relax, man. yeah, it's so bizarre, and I'll never understand it because that seems just so weird. Like, what is the? It's like if a group of teenagers are like, hey man, let's go hang out. I'll be like, for what? Like, I'm gonna
Yeah,
babysit.
yeah, no. You
There's a
can't,
great
as an adult, you can't have like an actual conversation with a teenager. You have nothing in common with a teenager, like at all.
You know what's funny is there's a guy that has a channel. His name is Mr. Gigi, and he was talking about To Catch a Predator, and he was saying that you know there was that one those predators that were like the three guys. They were like the three adults, and they all show up, and they're like, "We didn't know that we were coming to this house." And he was saying that when the police were interrogating them, I guess they were like, yeah, they told me right away. They're like, hey, we're gonna go hang out with these girls, and they're all 18. And he says, guys don't think that way. He says, guys, when we go and they're like, hey man, I got these girls and we're gonna go, you imagine they're already your own age. You don't have to like verify like how old are they.
Yeah.
you know he says a normal human being would have showed up at that house and be like that, what are we doing here? What is it, daycare? Like
Yeah.
what are you banging the mom? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, because normal adults, like normal, of age people are not thinking about kids.
I showed up at that house and I'd be like, yeah, where's your mom? Anyway, so no, it's just so bizarre because it's like I don't know if it's the mental immaturity, if it's like maybe she feels like she has life experience on these kids, or it's just something. Dude, come on, man, relax, brother. What are you doing? So no, it's because I spoil them.
Mhm.
And I give them like, when I do cuts off of venison or something, I give them like the leftover pieces that are like too tough for like, that are kind of a pain in the ass to chew. So they
Uh-huh.
get those. So right now he sees the bowl that normally I put it in, and he's like looking in there, like, is it in here? And I was like, no, man, you already ate. Anyway, so no, it's just so bizarre to have like that type of mentality. And what makes a person this way? Like, I wonder what kind of childhood, she had.
I don't understand. I know that there's a term for women or people, I guess, that are attracted to people that commit crimes. It's called hybristophilia. And they are sexually attracted
All
to.
women have that.
That's not true. Sexually attracted to criminals, like actual criminals, not fictional ones.
So like we almost did this topic, by the way. The Jared Fogle,
Ugh.
the subway guy who was a fucking pedophile. That guy, when he went to prison, he was having women write to him and like call him on the phone and like sending him pictures of panties and pictures of themselves. And he was making requests like, "Oh, how about you?" Da-da-da-da-da. And it's like they knew that he was a pedophile, and he slept with girls that were the youngest. I think he said 9 years old.
Yeah.
And it was and it wasn't like it wasn't known. Like, if you knew who he was and that he was incarcerated, you knew what he was incarcerated for.
Yeah.
He had like over 30 accounts of assault.
The calls were everywhere. He was talking to this woman about what he wanted to do with like her children and like other children and like
oh man.
No.
So no, it's just so infuriating to like, oh shit, we already went over our hour. So anyway,
well, I'm gonna cut out some pieces.
So is this? Do you think there's enough for a part 2? Do you think we've covered her enough?
I don't want to cover anymore.
Yeah, she's a gross person.
No, she's gross.
Bad mom, pedophile. Like nothing wrong with what she did. Treats her kids like shit.
Yep.
Their kids are bouncing around. Doesn't care. Doesn't want them around. And the system is just like, there's nothing wrong. We see nothing to see here.
No.
Took her kids.
She's had over 20 CPS cases.
Yeah, damn.
She's like, and I still have my kids. Like, that's nothing to be proud of, Like, normal people don't have CPS cases against them.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where there I go again. Whenever I say one of those things, punch ass Trevino. Anyway, so no, so it's just one. Oh geez, there we go again. No, it's just so gross because you think that somebody that has something wrong with them and then they have children and you think that they would want to better themselves for the kids, right? You're like,
Mhm.
how can I be better? How can I make their childhood, even if she had a shitty childhood herself, she's like, how can I make sure that I don't repeat the same patterns, you know? So, and there's nothing there. No
No.
desire to be a better parent, no desire to give give them stability, no desire for any of that. It's just shitty.
Yeah,
Doesn't
she's
that?
mentioned it before, like she has said so many times, like, I'm living in my car. I'd rather not have my kids with me right now because I don't have a house and blah. So then why don't you
Who
do it?
whose
Like,
fault is that?
just do it.
And at some point, didn't she? Wasn't there like a video of her saying something like, "This is what the party life's all about. You wake up whenever." Like,
Mhm.
don't you have children in the house?
Yeah,
Like, what do you mean
she
you're waking up randomly and then drinking more?
no, she wasn't at home. She had
Oh,
gone on a trip and left her kids with her parents.
oh shit, that's even
And
worse.
yeah, and she's like, "This is what the party life does to you. Like, you wake up whenever, you just drink whatever, whatever time, and like blah blah blah." And she's like laughing about it, and people are in her live like, "Where are your kids?"
Yeah,
And she ignores it, or she's like, "My kids are with my parents, so what?" Like,
yeah,
do you not care at all?
yeah. It's so gross. I mean, because in the end, she doesn't care. The system doesn't care.
No.
You're just making more troubled people. And it just sucks because in the people that lose in the end is her children.
Hmm.
And they'll either
And
they become very self-destructive, because that's the example they're getting, or it's out of self-hatred or self,
yeah,
and it just sucks. And I think that's the end of this episode. So don't I don't even know what to say. Like, if you do check her out, don't subscribe to anything. don't
no,
don't give her money.
no.
She'll just spend it. A lot of people, how many people out there do you think that subscribed hoping that she would buy her kids stuff, but she like spend it
Um,
all on booze and shit?
so she talked about getting a check one time. Like, she's like, TikTok paid me for like my subscribers or whatever. And one of her daughters said the check amount out loud, by accident. And I think that she got, for that 1 month for subscribers, she got around $12,000.
That's a
Um,
lot of money.
yeah, and that's a month. I think her thing was like $5 or something like that. So I don't even know how many people she
I
has
just
subscribed to her.
I just remember going on that live and I'm like, I'm gonna say something shitty, and then I'm like, I
Yeah,
can't. Like, what the hell? And
yeah,
it's like, oh, you have to pay, and there's all these people just talking shit. There was over like 200 people in there,
yeah.
and then you do the math. You're like, these are all people that paid.
Every
Even if,
month.
even if they all paid, you know, $1, and it's like that's $200. If there was like 200 people in it, just $200 just to call her a name, but like $5 instead,
And
right?
that's apart from all of the gifts that she would get
A
on
gift.
TikTok.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
See,
so they send like little like gifts, like they'll send a rose or whatever, and like it gives her a certain amount of money. And people can spend up to, I don't even know. There's some that are like $500, and like they'll send this gift, and she gets a percentage of that money, like to her.
jeez,
Mm. It's it's
fuck.
it's a lot. It
That
was a
that's
lot.
it's like to her, like being a shitty parent, being a shitty human being, just being a shitty human being in general.
Hmm.
Just getting paid for it.
Yeah,
And she's like, it's worth it.
yeah, yeah,
Man, it's just so hard. I just feel bad for the kids.
yeah.
So that's it, guys. That was this episode. This individual, so disgusting. Um, Next week, we might do something that's a little bit less upsetting. We're gonna talk about all the people that killed themselves in that house.
Yay, murder.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, go ahead and like and subscribe if you want. If you don't want to, who cares? I don't care. Unsubscribe. So just go ahead and head on over to the store, get yourself a shirt, get a sticker, get a mug. You know, what do you want, man? Jeez. Let me see. Do you want to see if you can come on camera?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, Apollo, come here. Come on. Oh,
Oh my god.
now. Okay, all right, get out of here. Rip my earbuds off and everything. So anyway, that's it, guys. Check out the merch. share the show. There's a lot of stuff out there: shirts, hoodies, all that. It's starting to get cold, so get yourself a hoodie. And you got anything you want to plug? Static Voices is going to have a book coming out soon, so you guys keep an eye on that. Shaun Burris, Groceries and Ghost, check that out at Shadow Nation Podcast. Loot by Lottie, yeah, there it is. Loot by Lottie, first box 10%. This sponsorship is going to expire, so Loot by Lottie, 10% off your first box if you type in Lucky Loot, and that's it. So I got nothing else to say. And remember, guys, that if your new stinks, it's on Nightmare Road.
What?
What?
It's what?
What do you mean?
You say it's on Nightmare Road?
Yeah.
No, get some probiotics or something. Jeez. All right.
All right. So that's it. Good night.
Bye.
Beef tips.